game. Fucking game capture supposed to fucking work. Specify window is not a game. What the? I don't even have my shit set up. I don't even know why it isn't working. Jesus. That's... What even is that? Nope, nah, I'm screwing everything up. Hall of Justice. Bullshit. I gotta go take care of something first, though. Hopefully this shit works. Yes, and Discord does not want to tell people I'm streaming. Awesome. Fucking love how I asked everyone I could that would know a solution to this. And you don't. Because Discord fucking sucks ass. Turnabout corner. Phoenix die. You just get run over by a car. It's the beginning of JoJo Part 1. Is this the power of the DS that I'm witnessing? Two months have passed since Mr. Gavin's arrest. My first trial and I lost both my mentor and my job. Oof. I was screwed, but even when I hit bottom, I told myself I'd never come here honest. Wow, this place looks like shit. You must be here for the interview, right this way, huh? Hello there, you found the right place. Well, it's with this girl. Yeah, she has the fucking necklace that Fiora does in Xenoblade. It's just moved. It's because it's a basic diamond, but I just wanted to say it. Again, what? Alright, first things first. Any special talents? Talent? Yes, well, you must have at least one. Well, I guess defending? Defending an unusual talent, but it'll do with a little jazzing up, of course. You think so? Let's give it a go, shall we? Go ahead, show me, defend. Just give it all you got, don't hold back. What are you talking about? I can't just defend here. First lesson a professional can perform anywhere. Thanks. We want people to be laughing with us, not at us. Thanks. But I'm not sure why they should be laughing at all. What? What exactly do you think you came here to do? What? Defend? No? Excuse me, but do you know where you are? The Wright & Co. law offices, right? Oh. I was afraid of that. Don't worry, you're not the first. Look, what's going on here? Who are you? I came here to meet with the person in charge. Well, you've apparently made no fewer than 2 mistakes. Mistakes? But I got a call from Mr. Wright this morning. Perhaps you should go read the sign out front again. What's there to read? Look, it says right there. Oh. Why does it say Wright Talent Agency? Welcome to the Wright Talent Agency, where you always come to the right place. I'm Trucy Wright, CEO. I'm a magician. Okay. It all came flooding back. The trial, that girl. Pick card. Forged evidence. We hate the law here. That's right, she's my daughter. Trucy Wright. Here, check out our flyer. So what's your name? Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Ooh, fancy buttons. So is this really a talent agency? You bet. Daddy started it 7 years ago when he quit law. Of course, we only have 2 people signed up right now. 2 people? Does that include you? Trucy Wright, magician extraordinaire. I've done a lot of stage shows, paid too. I'm a professional, you know. Right. Promise you'll come to one of my shows, okay? Let's see. Oh, and the other person our agency represents is Phoenix Wright, pianist extraordinaire. Dad, in other words. Didn't he say he couldn't play the piano? Our agency doesn't see that as a problem. Why, there are many magicians who can't do magic. At least you're optimistic, I'll give you that. So you're Phoenix Wright's daughter? With who? That's right, after Daddy quit law 7 years ago, I promised I would keep him fed. So I'm kind of a sugar daddy, get it? No. I'm in charge of this whole office, too. Pretty amazing for a young lass of 15, wouldn't you agree? 15? How old is Mr. Wright? Oh, he's 33 this year. I'm sure there's a good explanation, I hope. Nah, it's Phoenix and Edgeworth's homunculus that just, like Majin Buu, just like popped out. About Mr. Wright giving up law. It was because of that incident 7 years ago, wasn't it? You know about that. Not the details. I remember the news, though. It was a big deal. So I hear. I was too young to understand what was going on. I'll ask Daddy about it next time I get a chance. It's like, I know he's your dad, but can you not say that? I don't like the word daddy. The internet has ruined that word. It reminds me about Mr. Wright. He gave me a call this morning to come in. Dad's not here right now. He's in the hospital. The hospital? Yeah, he's on strict bed rest until he gets better. Again? Did he fall off another bridge? Which hospital is Mr. Wright in? I'll pay him a visit. The Hickfield Clinic. It's quite close. Right, well, I'll be going and I'll give this showbiz gig some thought, okay? Wait, I'll go with you. Is it a Steel Samurai DVD? Is he being forced to watch the Steel Samurai? Or whatever it's called now. Are you the doctor? Yep, Dr. Hickfield's the name. Ehehe. Good morning, doctor. Oh. Okay. It's Dad's room? Yeah, except he's gone for morning checkup. Be back soon. How are you, Miss Trucy? Okay. The nurse was looking for you, doctor. Why, but isn't the Daddy-O the cutest little thing in town? Awesome. I want this guy killed with hammers. What an odd bird. Good morning. Didn't expect you so soon, Apollo. Mr. Wright. What happened? Who could have imagined it? Me, victim of a hit and run. Was it a Simpsons hit and run? He tried to swerve, I'll give him that. Picture me tossed 30 feet through the air, only stopping when my head hit that telephone pole. You hit a telephone pole with your head, are you okay? Thankfully, my only injury was a sprained ankle. You don't have, like, a concussion or anything? There's something that just doesn't sit right. I just can't believe you have a daughter, Mr. Wright. And she's so big, not fat, but you know what I mean. Oh, Trucy's still a child. Dad, how many times do I have to remind you? I'm not a child anymore. But you'll always be Daddy's little baby girl to me, Trucy. Something you should know about Trucy. She's a magician, right? She told me. Not a mere stage magician. She's a genius. You'll soon come to appreciate her talent. You could just tell me things instead of insinuating them. Then this wouldn't be a game. So why did you contact me? What could the Wright Talent Agency possibly want with me? No need to get prickly now. Hey, I didn't ask to be dragged in like this. Didn't you come to the office on your own free will anyway? Oh yeah, of course. Help, we're in big trouble here at the office, big. I thought someone was dying. So you don't think this is big trouble? What? His hat says Papa. Just noticed that. Talent agency represents only 2 people, and one of them is in the hospital. That's right, Dad. How are we going to pay this month's rent and the groceries? Yeah, that's the problem with such a tight operation. It's a symbiotic relationship. When one of us falls, the other 2 must fall. Hey, this isn't exactly a suitable conversation to be having with a 15-year-old. In any case, if Apollo here can't help you, you'll have to transfer to a new school again. No, I can't be the protagonist of a Persona game, no. How could you do this to me, to us, Polly? What? Now it's my fault? On that note, how about you come work for us? I've got the perfect client for you already lined up. But you said you're rough on money. Why would you want to pay some new guy? A client? You mean I get to do my job? I get to defend in court? Alright, I'll hear what you have to say. You got him, Dad. Hook, line, and sinker. Aha! Now it's time to reel him in. It's official, I'm scared. Alright, so who's the client? Ah, yes, here. Take a look at the map and I'll explain. Last night I left the office just before 9 o'clock. I was going to that Indochine pasta joint, Al Dente's. Al Dente's? I play piano there, of course. That's when it happened. The car sent me flying, nicked a telephone pole, and zoomed away. Creepy, huh? Just a tad. It's almost as creepy as hearing you tell the story like it was no big deal. The car sped off in this direction. So good luck. Huh? You wanted a client, didn't you? Well, I'm your client. Find the guy who knocked me in the telephone pole. Yeah, just go find the fucking guy who ran me over, Apollo. You got this. A defense attorney, not a detective. Don't worry, once you found the guy, I intend to sue him. Then you can stick it to him in court. I'm not a prosecutor either! Sorry, but this is crazy. I'm going home. Don't get so worked up. It was just a joke. Huh? Oh, Dad. Sorry, Apollo. He just loves jokes. Just, no. Even the ones that aren't very funny. Your real client should be stopping by the office any time now. The office? You mean that talent agency? No harm in going. It's not like I have anything else to do. One more thing. Do we look into my accident too, would you? I marked the scene of the tragedy on this map. It's right in front of this park. Should be easy to find, but who shot Johnny? So he's going to make me investigate this after all. Hey, hey, hey. How long you planning on making me wait, eh? Ah, good morning. Hey there, Trucy doll. Oh, Mr. Min-Min's father. Sounds like your pops had a bit of a rough spot, eh? All's well that ends well, I guess. This is our client. Hey, so this is that Apollo fellow, eh? Oh, yes, the name's Apollo. Look at him there, arms all crossed like, ready to fight. Yes, sir. You don't mean that literally, do you? The boss told you what I need, right? Don't let me down now, Apollo. Don't worry about your defense, sir. I'm on. Defense? Your noodle half-cooked? It's too late for defense. My castle's been stormed, my keep's been kept, my noodle stand's been stolen. Noodle? You know Mr. Eldoon from the noodle stand. Don't you? Why is his name just Noodle backwards? No nicknames, please. And no, of course I don't know. You're new in these parts. Not really. And you know the best noodles in town, Eldoon's Noodles. Noodles, noodles! Whose noodles? My noodles! Help me out here, Trucy doll. This is Mr. Guy Eldoon, our client. Maybe you can tell us what the problem is, Mr. Eldoon. I've played the first 3 games. It's just dumb every time to me. Who's this guy? How much does this guy weigh? Eldoon. Guy Eldoon's the name, and noodles are my game. The secret's in the soup. I've been searching for the perfect soup for 1.5 years. Oh, that's not that long, really. My family's been noodle men for generations. Got a lot of expectation on my shoulders. 15 fathers passing the noodle to 15 sons. That's a pretty old noodle. And the fool that I was, I pushed it away. I rebelled against my pops and picked another livelihood. But that didn't turn out so well. Oh. There was no denying it. Salty broth runs through these veins, boy. So it was like destiny that you became what you are. Right, destiny's the word. Oh, I fought it. But in the end, I was bound by the twisted noodle of fate. Not a mental image I care to linger on. So last year I started my noodle stand. The 15th generation of Eldoon's noodles. So tell me more about Eldoon's noodles. You don't know the genius that are my noodles? Make them so salty. Why, they're saltier than salt. I really don't want to find out. Dad's a regular at his noodle stand. He frequented my pops' stand back during his attorney days too. Yep, him and his assistant. I'm sorry. I'll be sure to drop by your stand soon. Wish you could, Sonny. Here's my attorney's badge. Whoops. But, hey, heck, I wish I could. I'd give anything for a bowl about now. What do you mean? It was stolen. My stand gone. Stolen? It was last night. I was doing my rounds, blowing my whistle. It's like an ice cream truck's bell, but louder. He even gets complaints. Now you're just trying to butter me up. It sounded more like the blues than a whistle. I closed up my stand for the night and parked by the house. Then this morning, dark and early, it was gone. My keep, my castle. Ooh. And I just started beatboxing. For no reason. Maybe some bum carted it off? Just guessing here. Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there, too. That's the saddest thing I've heard all day. You know it, anyhow. That's the deal. Good luck. What? Wait, what exactly is your request? My noodle stand. Find it. And the day you bring my baby back in this day is you feast as many noodles as you want. I know how to read. Of course, I make it so hot and salty, 2 bowls of killing, man. Then I really need defense. Speaking of defense, that's what I do. I'm a lawyer, not a detective. This is where I live. You drop by if you need any info, okay? Get it back today if you can, Paulo. I got noodles to make. Things have certainly taken a turn for the bizarre. Traffic accidents and noodle stand thieves. Actually, there was something I wanted to ask you about too, Apollo. I have a bad feeling about this. Listen to the lady's problem now. Don't be cruel. I lost something last night. That is, something was stolen. What's this? More thievery and skullduggery? Well, someone stole a pair of my panties. Come on. They stole my panties, yes. Right. Panties. That's a crying shame, that is Trucy doll. I was alone in the office last night. I had hung my panties out the window there to try. When the thief came and took them, my favorite panties, I ran after him. Give those back, I shouted. Wait. Well, that was certainly brave of you. But I lost him. Without those panties, I don't know what I'll do. Darn crying shame. Yup. Well, at least the scene of the crime is convenient. I'll mark it on your map. I'll be heading home now. Remember, find my stand or there's an empty bowl in your future, Paulo. Right. And you help out Trucy doll here too, you hear? Things have certainly picked up, haven't they? We had no work yesterday, and now we have 3 cases. I guess. Let's see where we stand. Not in the courtroom, that's where. First item on our list. Phoenix Wright, Dad's hit-and-run accident. We have to find the one who hit him. Who's going to pay us for this again? The second item. Mr. Eldoon's request to find his stolen stand, for which we stand to gain a bowl of salty noodles. And the last request is mine, to find my stolen panties. That bowl of noodles is looking better and better. Let's go, Polly, to the streets. Aren't you enthusiastic? How could I not be? Let's crack these cases, you and me. So you might as well get started. See, a hit and run, a stolen stand, and last but not least, stolen panties. So this is where Mr. Right got hit by that car. According to the map, this is the place. What a huge mansion. Apollo, there's a nice-looking lady over there. Let's question her. Okay. I'm a little curious about the park over there, too. Excuse me, can we have a few words with you? You want something? Whoa, that husky voice. Why am I suddenly sweating? It's quite a house you've got there. You must have a lot of money. Ooh, money. Sounds like something my son would call his friends. This is the Kitaki family mansion, little girl. He's one plus-size woman. You kid with the hair, you want something? Me? No, not a thing, bye. Paula, we can't leave without questioning her. What if she knows something? But the Kitaki family, they're the biggest organized crime syndicate in town. If you're going to ask something, ask it. If you're man enough. Wow, right. Yay, way to whip him into shape, ma'am. She no fear. I'm Plum Kitaki, wife of the fourth head of the Kitaki family business. Friends call me Little Plum. I'm Little Apollo Justice, attorney at law, gulp. If looks could kill, this woman would be a mass murderer by now. Little Plum, that's a really cute name for someone so... Yes. Whoa. What is it, Apollo? How about you go through me when talking to her, okay, Trucy? That seems like a bit of a needless procedure. I'm a lawyer, I live for needless procedures. Oh, little girl, you should know, we're gangsters. Gangst? Oh, that means you're the bad guys. Trucy through me, please, I'm begging you here. The bad guys, I like that movie. Going to need some warm tea after this. Takes a lot of hard work to protect a family fortune. Things aren't as easy as they used to be for us bad guys. So you're saying that business is in a slump? Let's not ask about business if you can help it, please. So there was supposedly a car accident last night. Of course, you wouldn't know anything about it. Sorry to bother you. Wait. Yes? You're talking about that man, aren't you? The one who flew 30 feet and just walked away? That's my dad. Should have known. One of our capos thought he'd make a great point man. Capo, point man. Could you avoid using too much industry lingo? In any case, it's been nothing but trouble. I've been cleaning up this mess since morning, bah. Cleaning up this paint? Was this paint spilled at the time of the accident? It was around 9 last night. I heard a crashing noise. And I found your father drowning in a sea of paint. So you came to his rescue? You've my husband, the boss, to thank for that. The car hit your father, knocked over this paint. The car that hit your father knocked over this paint. Then turned the corner and sped away. We're in the middle of repainting our wall, you see. I'm sure that dragon's glaring at me. But why are you out here cleaning it up? What do you mean? I mean, aren't you a gangster? Don't you have any goons to do your dirty work for you? Please go through me when you want to. Don't be such a stiff, lawyer boy. Suppose we gangsters do have a certain image. Yes. But we're community-oriented gangsters, you see. The boss likes to give back to the people, see? How noble of him. I availed myself of the public facilities to get rid of all the garbage. Now there's just the pain on the street to deal with. Public facilities? I wonder if she means that trash can. There's paint splashed all over this gate. What a mess. Was this paint knocked over by the car that hit Dad? Yes, that's right. And I'm left to clean up this mess. If you find whoever did this, bring the scoundrel by, would you? Of course, then you can make them clean up their own mess. You're cute, naive, but cute. When I find whoever did this, you can bet I'll be doing some cleaning. There's nothing I dislike so much as a mess. Ooh, I wish I could say cool things like that. I'll bet you do. I'd laugh if my teeth weren't chattering so hard. Brightly painted dragon. Why do I get the feeling he's glaring at me? Those paints must have been to repaint this wall. That's right, I called in an artist to do the job right. He's the third so far. The third. First spilled paint all over the entrance here, the second on my kimono. So no, don't tell me. It's better that I don't know. Wow, what a big house, and the gate is so big. The Kataki family's pretty big around these parts. I like the fox. It's so cute. Ah, that's our family crest from the old country. Does it give you health back after you attack? We're clever as the fox and her teeth are sharp. Oh, it's like a motto. You need a crest too, Apollo. Ooh, how about the Scales of Justice or a lunar lander? I'll pass, thanks. Hello? Why is there just an old woman trying to hop the fence? I bet she has a story, you know? There is something about her. Too bad she seems to be in a bit of a rush. Personally, I'm a little more interested in this park. You know what I think? I bet they're filming a movie. Let's go take a look. Maybe we'll see someone famous. Hey, miss, stay out of the park, please. You got mad at me. Did something happen here, officer? No, move along. Nothing to see. Why don't you kids go play somewhere else? We're not kids and we're not playing. I'm an attorney. Something wrong? Detective Sky, we're fine, ma'am. Nothing to report. Neat. Detective? Why's she wearing a lab coat? You're hardly one to comment on how people are dressed. And these kids are? Curiosity seekers, ma'am. They claim to be lawyers. Why don't you kids run along and play someplace else? Look, we're not... Or I might spill something on that pretty face of yours. Want a dose of experimental hydroxyacetylindosyltrace? Nailed it. Come again? What's hydroxy stuff? Whatever it is, it doesn't sound good. Let's go, Trucy. Try to keep out of the riffraff if you would. Yes, ma'am. Can I not show her my attorney's badge? Why don't we ask that nice woman across the street? Oh yeah, that nice woman. Gulp. There's a big trash can on the way to the park. I guess we could check it out. Detective life sure is a hard one. I'm an attorney at... Huh? 2 pieces of garbage with paint on them. These are slippers. They look like those slippers you get at the hospital. Look at this, Apollo. Doesn't this go in a car? It's a side view mirror. Looks like it was torn off and smacked into something or someone. So, you just go to the police agency and look at the register and see if there's any green cars missing any side view mirrors. It's easy. You don't think. I do. This could be from the car that hit Mr. Wright. Wow, and he took off its mirror? I never knew Dad was so strong. I only have room in my pocket for one of these, though. Which do you want to take? Let's go with the mirror. Let's look at it. Yellow paint. What do you mean no clues here? There's yellow paint on it, Apollo. Damn. That just proves it's from the car. Can I still look? Alright, what's the deal with this old woman? Looks like there's some trouble by the park gate. I smell an incident. Ma'am, there's no entry to the park. Now, you don't tell me where to go, I can't go, young fella. I always walk through this park on my way home. Please get down from there, you'll hurt yourself, ma'am. That's quite the determined old lady. Right. I gotta say, I'd really like to know what happened here. Hey, I said no one goes in. Unless you want a face full of hydroxy... what's it? No dice. Oh. Do I, like, show her? Can you tell me anything about this mirror? That's probably from the car that knocked that fellow across the street. Right, that makes this a valuable clue. Let me know if you find that car, would you? You splash Kataki paint, you pay the price. Let's go over here. So, what's this place? This would be Mr. Eldoon's house, silly. Oh, so this is where his stand was stolen from. You can see a piece of evidence lying on the ground already. And a dog. Look, there's a police car parked over there. You're right. What's with the sparkly entrance? What is this place? A hospital? Meractix Clinic. Oh, that's where the thief went. Thief? The one who snatched my panties! He ran into this clinic last night. Wait, maybe that police car is here to find my panties. I doubt it. Well, there's only one way to be sure. Let's investigate. There you are, Sonny. Well, you find anything yet? No, not yet. The longer you loaf around here, the saltier your victory bowl gets. Just remember that. This bowl of noodles is sounding less like payment and more like punishment. So your stand, Eldoon's Noodles, was it? Hey, passed down from father to son. The stand's seen its share of salt, Salt runs in the family, you might say. I bet high blood pressure does too. So your stand, Eldoon's Noodles, was stolen. Oh, it wasn't just the stand that was stolen, sonny boy. I lost those wobbly wheels, my salt-crusted stew pot, my stain sign. I didn't just lose a stand, I lost a legend. No one steals a legend and gets away with it in my watch. Let's find that legend, Apollo. Isn't it about time he bought a new one anyway? Are there any more details you can give me about the stand? You bet, sonny boy, it happened last night. I was blowing my whistle like always, crying the town I was. The smell of broth filled the streets thick and salty. I got home, well, right before 10 p.m. I reckon. Guess he's not aiming for that late night market. I washed my bowls and gave the wheels a squirt of grease. Then I went inside. When did you notice it had been stolen? Early this morning, before the sun rose. Work starts early. Do that many people eat noodles for breakfast? Washed up on the salty shores of ruination. That stand had my whole life in it, nay, my whole being. They took everything. All my soup stock, my noodles, my bowls, and my dreams. At least I left one bowl. Look, there on the ground. If you don't find that stand today, then I'll be forced to walk the streets peddling that bowl, my last bowl. Please, I'm under enough pressure here as it is. That's it. That's where the thief who snatched my panties ran to. It's a crying shame, daddies. They have to steal, make it my loincloth, not some pretty girl's panties. The garage, right. You don't think the thief lives here, do you? Feh. I won't put it past that good-for-nothing doctor. Do I detect a little animosity here? Let's make sure to check out the garage thoroughly. Is this yours, Mr. Eldoon? Hey, there's the heart and soul of Eldoon's noodles. Bowl absorbs my salty soup. Pretty soon, it's just gonna taste just like the noodles. Wow, it does smell like noodles. Oh, my other bowls got taken away with my stand. Get it back for me, sonny boy, I'm begging you. It's the Eldoon's Noodles mascot. Mr. Salty, he's so cute. It's not a very endearing mascot, is it? You know, come to think of it, it looks a lot like you, Apollo, especially the red parts. Can I help it if I like red? Ooh, look, I love these little personal touches. Seems a shame to hide it on the bottom of the bowl. When I touched it, the paint flaked off. He must have painted it on with a warm professional care, after buying the cheapest paint he could find with cold professional thrift. That's the place right there. That's where I keep my stand covered all and nice and purty with that blue tarp there. So you use this plastic sheet to cover your stand at night? I see. You see what? Did you figure out why it was stolen? Well, no, but it does suggest that the thief knew what he or she was looking for. They clearly knew what was under the sheet. So it wasn't one of those casual drive-by stand snatches, you mean? Not bad, sonny boy, not bad at all. This house is, well, it's old. Been well loved, that's for sure. I've lived here with my wife for many years now. It's got character, though, just like my soup. I always thought character was a positive thing. Look, a doggy! Good boy, Salty. Sure the dog has a real name, Trucy. Yep, sure does. Named Spoon. And it's a she, by the way. Spoon doesn't seem so lively. She didn't get a bowl of salty broth this morning, that's why. Poor little thing. Apollo, let's find that stand soon, for Spoon's sake. Pretty sure dogs aren't supposed to eat noodles. Vote for Sideburn Man. That's quite a sign. I take it that's no as opposed to new as opposed to old. Ah, you like it? Made it myself, I did. I meant to write noodles, but ran out of space. Prior planning prevents poor performance. Lucky for me, it spells a word all by itself and spruces up my image, it does. It does have a certain power of willful denial thing. It's certain power of willful denial thing going for it. Oh, okay. I just can't read. Water tower. It looks like the old oil drum is connected to that sink over there. Collecting rainwater to do the dishes. How environmentally conscious. You don't think he uses rainwater to cook his noodles and make the broth, do you? Well, I'm sure he finds the best water money can buy. Taste is his business, you know. Look, that sign over there. Eldoon's only uses water from all natural resources. I think I'll take a rain check on Eden here. There's a handwritten sign here. Save the light. Save the light, indeed. Mr. Eldoon's house is practically in the dark here. I guess the hospital clinic next door blocks the sunlight. Everything's gone wrong since they built this monstrosity. Broth needs sun or it rots. What's a man to do? They just want my customers to get food poisoning so they can turn a petty profit. Pretty profit. It seems like a lot of trouble to go through for a few extra patients. That doorway sure is sparkly. The Maractus Clinic, huh? Looks like a casino parlor than a hotel. They must be quite profitable. Funny, it looks closed. Maybe they're on vacation today. I'd understand if there was an ambulance outside, but a police car. Maybe they're tax evaders. Sorry, miss. No going into clinic today. Did something happen? Huh? Oh, no, nothing to see here. Move along. You'll have to find someplace else to play doctor. Do we look the right age to be playing doctor? We need a little more info on this Maractus Clinic. You can ask Mr. Eldoon. He's the neighbor and all. And we should check out that garage. What if the thief who stole my panties is still in there? Hey, do you think something's happened next door? There's a police car out front. Heh, probably gave someone food poisoning, I'll bet. Wayland's at risk of giving someone food poisoning. That police car got here this morning, actually. I asked what they were up to, but they wouldn't even tell me. The neighbor. Not that I was surprised much. That doctor works for the wrong crowd. It was just a matter of time before he got what's coming to him. The wrong crowd? Never you mind about that. Can I show him the car? Noted. Ah! Skeleton! This is the place. This is where that panty snatcher ran. Are you sure? Maybe. Let's look for clues. Clues to a panty snatching. Clues like a pair of panties. Trucy? Could you try not saying panties so many times? Cat. Hey, a kitty cat. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. It's not coming down. We do look kind of suspicious, you have to admit. It's okay, kitty cat. His hair won't hurt you. It's okay, kitty cat. She won't make you disappear in her hat. Look, it's a folding ladder. Polly, that's called a step ladder. Come on. A step ladder? How is that different from a regular ladder, then? It's a much more complex piece of machinery. It's like two ladders stuck together. So you admit that basically it's a ladder, right? Wait, huh? You have to look past the form at the essence of the thing. Can we talk about something else? Skeleton. Oh, it's just a gold-painted human skeleton. Just a human skeleton in painted gold? There's a mannequin hand waving to us from the box behind the skeleton. This place just screams hospital storage, don't you think? Screams something, that's for sure. There's something about this car. Let's take a closer look. It's missing its side view. Hey, look at that! The mirror has been broken off. Now this is a clue. What? You're smiling like you know something that I don't. You aren't keeping a clue from me, are you, Polly? Polly? clue. Let's see. Show evidence. I think I do just have the clue you got in mind. You don't have to yell it in her face. The clue is this. Whoa, it's the same color and size and everything. Perfect match. I guess we could check it out. I don't need to... I literally saw this a few minutes ago. Well, looks like we just solved the case! So the car that hit Daddy last night is sitting right in front of us. Yep. Alright, you put the pro in professional, Apollo. Gee, thanks, Trucy. Look, a cell phone. Someone dropped it beneath this tire. If the car moved, it would be crushed for sure. I wonder if it belongs to the doctor here. We should bring it in to him later. That reminds me, I once read a record of a case that Mr. Wright worked on many years ago. Apparently, there was this car with a piece of cloth shoved into the tailpipe. That piece of cloth turned out to be a vital clue to solving the case. Wow. I remember that case record whenever I'm checking out a car, and I always check the tailpipe. Everyone's got to have a hobby, I guess. Wouldn't it be funny if... Hey, there's something in there. What? Wait a second. Are these your... panties? What? Already? Wow, thank you, Apollo. You're a genius. Amazing. No, really, don't mention it. No, I'm serious. I'm really impressed. You must have a nose for finding girls' panties. What are those? My little panties, of course. They come home to Mama. I can't wait to use them. You're going to put them on now? Watch closely now. See, nothing in the panties. Ta-da! Whoa, where'd that come from? How did that bowl get in your panties? Panties are an extra-dimensional space. Anything can fit in there. My magic panties. It's one of my best traits. They love them over at the Wonder Bar. They do shows there nightly. I mean, those panties are a prop? You could have told me a little sooner. That's one case closed, at least. What are you saying? We still have to catch the sly devil that ran off with my tool of the trade. Oh, right. Apollo! Huh? What is it? Now that we've solved this case, we should go report to Dad. He'll mope if we leave him alone too long, knowing him. Okay. He doesn't seem the type to mope, though. This is hardly a case worth reporting. Video flip phone. Look at this cute little watch strap. I want one. It's kind of odd, though. What is? I mean, if you wanted to know the time, you could just look at the phone itself. Hey, you're right. Sharp, Apollo. Thanks. Finally, some respect. So what does that tell you? Well, the owner of this phone doesn't think through the details, for one. They did drop their phone, after all. Kind of figured they were a little spacey already. Oh, good point. Or it could be like a dog collar that they keep on their phone. Ribbon. Something the matter? I was just wondering if there was like a switch on these. Of course not. Huh, mysterious. Oh, do you want to know the secret of my panties? No thanks. Music Magic Panties in a stage show anyway. Alright, let's go see Phoenix, I guess. Mr. Wright's gone. Maybe he's gone for an examination. He'll probably be back soon. Let's wait. I think it might take some time. Dad always loves his examinations. Don't ask, Justice. You don't want to know. Why don't we come back later? Yeah, I guess you're right. Can I ask you a question? What? What happened in the park across the street? Oh, yes, quite the commotion. Chicago lightning, as the boss would say. Chicago, huh? Gunfire. Someone was killed. Strange circumstances, too. You're kidding. What a morning. Trouble everywhere. The park, the gate, even our house. Did something happen at your house, too? A crime without honor, without remorse. It's a private matter. Want to hear about it? Somehow I don't think no is an acceptable answer, Polly. So what happened at your house? Bloomers last night. I got a bad feeling about this. Me, Little Plum Kitaki, the victim of a panty snatcher. What? So it wasn't just my panties that were stolen. Got you too, did they? Poor thing. Like I said, whoever did this is a hardened criminal. Wasn't you, was it? No, of course not. Mercy. I've heard word that panties have been disappearing lately. And the missing panties all have something in common. It's hard to imagine Trucy's and Miss Kitaki's panties having much in common. I just imagine Mrs. Kitaki's panties. Gulp. I know, we'll find your bloomers too. Great, show me what you're made of. What have you gotten me into this time, Trucy? Hello. That's the girl from before. Oh, welcome home, sweetie. Hello, mother. She's a Kitaki too? Hello, miss. Here, our flyer. The Right Anything Agency? The Anything Agency? Yeah, do you like the new flyer? So, this is our defense attorney, Mr. Apollo Justice. Attorney? Drop by our office, we'll be waiting. Goodbye. Why did you give her our flyer? I don't know, she seemed like she could use some help. She's the heiress to a gangster dynasty. She doesn't need our help. I wouldn't be so sure. Can I present the bloomers? I found out who this mirror belongs to. Oh, you're tougher than you look. Spit it out, who was it? Where do they live? I just forgot, huh? I remember, Apollo. It was the Maractus Clinic. Shh! Why, I'm right, aren't I? Maractus, huh? Yes, why she's so quiet all of a sudden? Something wrong? No, pay me no mind, and thanks for the info. But the shoes. Oh well. People Park, huh? Kind of an odd name for such an empty place. I wonder why it's named that. Hey, there's something written on the gate's post. Huh? Oh yeah, it says donated by Big Winds Kitaki. You mean the Kitaki family built this park? It's so nice of them to give to the community like that. Let's not get too friendly with them, shall we? Gangster building a park. Odd move for a crime boss. Looks like they have a special offer going on. 3 shots for the price of 1. Ooh, now's our chance, Apollo. Chance for what? I don't need any shots, thank you. Whoever runs this clinic, they seem pretty business-minded. Yo, how goes it? Dad, how do you feel? Not bad, Trucy, not bad. It's good to have you youngins on the case. Let's old Daddy-O get some real deserved R&R. Elderly need their rest. Isn't he only 33? We've cleared up most of the cases. I was right about you. Competent, capable. Tell me what you found out if you want to. Your enthusiasm is overwhelming. Well, I certainly didn't expect you back this early. Polly's amazing. He found my panties so quick. Almost like he was the one who stole them. You have an interesting concept of praise. And? Did you find the mad driver who gave me the 30-foot toss? Apparently it was a doctor from the Maractus Clinic. Maractus, huh? I've heard of him. Nothing good, mind you. That reminds me, police car was parked outside the clinic. Maybe something happened? What is this Maractus Clinic anyway? All I've heard are the rumors. That clinic's been making good money in a bad way. Bad? Ties to organized crime, the Kentucky family, the Kitaki family. He did that on purpose. Some injuries you can't take to a public hospital, see. They use the Maractus Clinic to patch up for their patch-up jobs. Interesting. It looked like something had happened in that park. Ah, a body was found there in unusual circumstances. Something more unusual than being dead? It's not our concern in any case. Right, let's ignore that and find that noodle stand. Whatever happened to professional curiosity? Thanks, really. If I get tired of sleeping, maybe I'll head down to this Maractus place. Maybe hit him up for some reparations. A little legal action would do me some good. I was wondering when I get paid. You solved the case of your accident and found a missing article of clothing. My panties! That leaves the noodle stand. If you could drop in if you get stuck, I'd be happy to help with anything not involving money. Goodbye, quid pro quo. Hello, pro bono. Alright, back to the office to plan our next move. You're the woman from the Kitaki place. Yes. I knew it. Something's the matter, and you want our help, right? Well, you've come to the right place. This way, please. Thank you. My name is Alita Tiala. I have a request. Your request? Let me guess. Something's been stolen? Your flyer. It says now defending, so I thought, what? You mean you want me to defend you? Me? Maybe you can tell us what happened. Were you hit by a car? Did someone steal your stand or your panties? No. I'm not the client, actually. The client would be my, well, my fiancé, I suppose you'd call him. Fiancé? What happened to him then? He was arrested this morning. The charge was murder. Murder! I don't know how to do the fucking conductor from Hat in Time. Have you heard about what happened at the park? So, what's your story? You frequent the Kataki Mansion, yes? Are you a member of their organization? No, not yet. Not yet. You see, I'm to be married next month to the boss's son. The boss's son? So he's a gulp gangster. Yes, but the Katakis are locally responsible gangsters. I thought it'd be nice for a change, quit my boring job, live the good gangster life. I think you're on to something. Mrs. Kataki, I like the sound of that. I'm not sure your dad would care much for that. What happened? Oops. What consultation? Neat. What happened? I haven't been told all the details, but I do know a body was found in the park near the Kataki Mansion. There were a lot of police cars there. Apparently, the victim was shot with a pistol, but I hear the circumstances of the shooting were rather unusual. And your fiancé was arrested for this? What sort of person is your fiancé? Your fiancé is the Kataki family's only son, correct? His name's Waki. Waki Kataki. Brought a photo. Nice blue badger shirt. Despite the photo. I know, he can be a powerful and menacing, but so cute. But if he's the boss's only son, yes, I'm sure he'll take his father's place someday. Say, I'm a boss already of this agency. Please help my Waki, please. Right, my first solo defense case. Crime boss's son or not, I'll prove he's innocent. I prepared a letter of request. I know you need those. What? Hit request? Why does this envelope say hit request? It's a bit of a lingo, like calling a hit or a hitman. Oh, you mean gangster talk? So does hit mean to defend in gangsterese? Well, hitman? I certainly hope not. Something tells me she used the wrong envelope. Oops. Ollie, you look as happy as a clam in its shell. For a lawyer, this is it, the place where the battle begins. You need something? Ah, yes, we're attorneys. I was hoping we could see Mr. Waki Kataki. Sorry, he's in questioning right now. It could take a while. Drat. Oh well, guess we'll have to come back later then. So much for that battle. Whoa! Badly photoshopped in motorcycle. So this is it. My first murder crime scene. Ah, it's you kids again. Look, can't you find someplace other to play? We're not playing. We're, investigating, aren't we, Apollo? Sir, I have a letter of request here. Letter of... Huh? Why does it say hit request on it? Miss Tiala must have used the Kataki stationery. Excuse me, coming through. Oh, it's Eric Guitar Man. It's you, Mr. Gavin. Who's this guy? I must say I'm used to being inspected by the ladies, but this is the first time I felt this way with a man. Mr. Gavin? Oh, Fräulein, what is a sweet morsel like you doing in such a dismal place? Can I help? Yes. The policeman officer fellow here won't let us in. We even have a letter of request. You must be exhausted standing out here. I will take you to the scene of the crime. Oh, really? By your leave, officer. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Aha, very well. This way, Fräulein. Whee! Hey, what about me? Oh, that note. On that note, enjoy your vacation. Oops. Thank you. Will we see you again? Ask the wind, Fräulein. I'll be riding on it. Who was that? Ah, Apollo, look! A corpse! What? Hey, it's just a mannequin. Wow, it sure got me. Might I exactly ask what it is you're doing here? Oh, it's you. How did you kids get in here? Oh, this guy, well, he was more of like a prince, really. He let us in. Him again. And that glimmerous fop always getting in my way. Anyway, this scene is off limits. Excuse me, we have a letter of request. One moment. Why is she holding that big magnifying glass? I'd recognize that handwriting anywhere. Scientific analysis says that this was written by Alida Tiala. Thanks. It took you 30 minutes to figure that out. So, what's up with the mannequin there? It's taking the place of the body, preserving the scene of the crime that it was found. The body was pulling the stand? So you're a defense attorney, are you? Detective Emma Skye. I'm in charge of this crime scene. She doesn't seem that happy about it. She doesn't seem that happy about many things. I trust you know how to stay out of the way. I always carry 2 pairs of handcuffs just in case. Detective Skye. Quiet, please. It's snack time. We're not making much progress here. She must not be very busy. I never seem to get a lucky break. Back after 9 years, and they won't give me the position I requested. Then I hear he gave up the defense attorney life. He? Who's he? An ex-defense attorney? Who could she be talking about? Detective Skye. Quiet, please. It's snack time. Oh my... What? Did I not? Oh, the defendant. She's just gonna keep eating, okay. Hey there, no messing with the crime scene. But we need to investigate. Investigations are to be carried out by professionals, scientifically. She's not going to let us check out the crime scene, is she? Hey, Apollo. My very unscientific analysis tells me something here is very suspicious. I think I know what you mean. It's kind of hard to notice, not to notice. Better check out what we came here to find, at least. No messing with the crime scene. But we need to investigate. Apollo, look! That stand! It sells Eldoon! I've noticed. Well, we solved the case of the missing stand, at least. Though the circumstances could stand to be better. Why does he have a box of salt on top of it? Guess I go tell Eldoon where his stand is. Oh, Mr. Eldoon! Hello? Looks like he left. And we found his stand and everything. What about a free bowl? Oh, too bad. Looks like we'll have to wait a little longer for that bowl. So sorry. Aw, what a bummer. Hmm. I go talk to Phoenix or something? Yeah, you're back. Running into some problems? Oh, Polly, didn't you want to tell Dad something? Who, me? No, I'm fine, really. What's this? So there is a problem? No, no problem, actually. I got a defense request. Defense request? That is a problem. Huh? I'm giving up the court. I'm not a lawyer anymore. The request was for me. Oh, right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? He's doing that on purpose. I know it. Maybe I go to the detention center. No. Okay. Guess I'll talk with Phoenix then. So what about this defense request? It's related to the murder in People Park, actually. Guess what? We found Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand at the scene of the crime. Did you now? That's unusual indeed. Never heard of a noodle stand being used as a murder weapon. I think the murder weapon was something else. I mean, you don't know what the murder weapon was? That funny detective lady won't let us on the scene. What kind of detective wears a lab coat anyway? Lab coat? Didn't think she'd be involved with this. You know her? You could say that. So you know her, don't you? I met her on a case. This was about 10 years ago. She was still a high school student at the time. That would make her about the same age as me. That's my dad. He knows all the police types. Oh wait, maybe you know that other guy too. That other guy? That shining prince on the motorcycle. Prince? Apollo, tell me about this Prince of Trucy's. Indulge a concerned father. He was at the crime scene. He looked just like Mr. Gavin. Did he now? You know him? My guess is that he's Christoph Gavin's younger brother. His brother? We're acquaintances, after a fashion. Clavier Gavin. Rock and roll god incarnate. Clavier? What a lovely name. He's so dreamy. I didn't know Mr. Gavin had a brother. And what was he doing out there? I have a feeling you'll be crossing paths again soon. Now, what was the problem again? Having trouble investigating the crime scene in the park? Yeah, that detective woman won't let us. Go to the office. Under the silk top, you'll find a bottle of white powder. Try taking that to this detective. White powder, I hope it's not what I think it is. Just take it to her, it'll be fine, you'll see. Oh, and tell her I said hi. I think we should focus on finding more information about the case. You seem to be having fun. Of course, this is my first criminal investigation. And it's so mysterious. Noodle stand pushing a dead man along. I think it was the other way around. The dead man was pulling the stand. But you're right about it being mysterious. I knew it. More information. That's what we need. Where's the thing? The hat, right? So this must be the silk top hat Mr. Wright mentioned. Let's take a closer look. Huh? Whoa! You know what this is, Trucy? I remember finding some in Dad's dresser when I was little. I thought it was sugar, so I licked it. He got mad at me. This is getting more and more suspicious. Does this ring any bells? Ah, is that... It couldn't. Where'd you get that? I brought it from the office. You work at the Wright & Co. law offices, yes? Yeah, sort of. Detective Sky, how do you know my dad? Dad? I'm sorry, who did you say you were? Trucy Wright, Phoenix Wright's daughter. What? Mr. Wright has a daughter? You seem shocked. Well, if you're Mr. Wright's daughter and you're his apprentice, then I'm available to help you in any way I can. Oh, thanks. You can start by not calling me Mr. Wright's apprentice. This powder is used for detecting fingerprints. Fingerprints? I guess you might call it a memento from the time I spent with Mr. Wright. White powder memories. If you find any evidence with fingerprints on it, please let me know. We'll dust for prints. Well, she's quite the eager beaver all of a sudden. Get the phone? The phone doesn't have prints on it? Excuse me. What? What about the panties? What the ball? This mannequin is dressed up to look like a police officer. I've seen one at the station. A mannequin in place of a body. The body of the victim has already been removed. Do you think the victim was the newsstand thief? What do you think, someone killed him because he stole it? Yeah! Taking care of business, little Plum Kitaki style. Try not to sound too eager about that, please. And this is Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand, obviously. It does say Eldoon in big letters, doesn't it? That mark on his paper lantern there looks familiar. It's going to be a little weird telling him with the corpse and all. Anyway, that wraps up 3 of our cases. That's right, congratulations, Apollo! And leaves us with one case that's worse than all 3 put together. Murder. Blue tarps have been placed on the ground around the stand. Apollo, I bet the victim was going to have a picnic here. I guess he could have eaten all the noodles he wanted. Don't touch those! Those are preserving the crime scene. Oh, I guess the police put these tarps here after all. Knife first. It's a knife. A shiv, to be precise. Ooh, lingo! The defendant, Waki Kitaki, is the son of known gangsters. The police are assuming this belongs to him. Wait, but wasn't the murder weapon a pistol? Look at this, there's a handprint on the shiv. A handprint? Then there might be a fingerprint. Let's investigate. Right, first, choose the fingerprint you want to examine. Choose a fingerprint. Look closely at the handle. See, there's more than one fingerprint there. Those black spots. That's right, pick the one you want to analyze. This one. Alright, I guess this one then. Let's get detecting! Sprinkle some aluminum powder all over the print with a press of X like this, see? I can't blow into the microphone like... The oil left by the print absorbs the aluminum powder, so you can just dust it on and blow it off. Blow? It's like whistling. You know how to whistle, don't you? Just use triangle. No, I just want to... There's a microphone on my controller! Come on! Isn't it, though? Alright, let's give it a shot. Incidentally, it's important you cover the entire fingerprint with the powder. Fucking thing doesn't work! God damn it. PlayStation sucks. Good, clear, quite impressive. Next, to match the print, The police office has some samples so you can tell whose fingerprint this belongs to. That doesn't sound like much fun as actually finding the print. Okay, pick the person whose print you think this is. You probably have a good idea whose knife this is already. How about this guy I've never seen before? So the fingerprints do belong to the defendant. Yes, isn't it amazing? Ah, the power of science. It's my life. Apollo, she's sparkling. And I'm dimming. Look sharp, spirits up. The real fight is yet to come. Chin up, Polly. The trial hasn't even started and I'm already losing. There's got to be a good clue or two around here. You and your trash cans. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Please, can't you see I'm doing my... Look, another pair of underwear! Wow, Apollo, you're a genius at finding panties. Stop saying that. Wait, these aren't... They're not mine. Could these have been stolen too? The knife is sticking straight to the ground, with the defendant's fingerprints on it, which means you think he stuck it into the victim? I don't know what he did with it, but I don't like it. Yeah. Benches line the river running through the park. Ah, a little urban oasis. I bet children come here to splash around in the water. That river's a little deep for splashing and a little dirty. Well, they could listen to the water and pretend they were playing. I guess go show these to the woman. What? She's not here? An impressive gate befitting the Kitaki mansion. Look at these nameplate. Kitaki. That's so cool, short and blunt like any good gangster. Ooh, let's change our name. How about... Wah. Maybe that's too short and blunt. What do you think? No comment. Well, where is she? Several colors of paint have been splashed across the gate. It's almost all dry. This is going to be tough to clean. I guess I'm not supposed to be here. The report came in last night. The body was found much as you see it now. Except it was a real body. But why? Why was a body pulling up a noodle stand? If I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't still be here. Well, what was the cause of death? A bullet wound to the temple. He was shot by a pistol. A pistol? Not the easiest thing to come by in this day and age. Doesn't this take place in America? Is she a cop or a gangster? Incidentally, the victim's name was Pal Maractus. I just received the autopsy report, in fact. Single bullet to the right temple. After 10 p.m. I mean, really, what's up with this case? It's enough to make me want to run off pulling a mysterious noodle stand behind me. Not so mysterious, actually. We should tell her, Apollo. After all, we know where the stand came from. A likely story. I didn't come here to play games, you know. Actually, we do know where the noodle stand came from. The noodle stand's owner is Phoenix Wright. Who's the old guy? This is the proprietor of Eldoon's Noodles, Mr. Eldoon himself. He's famous in this part of town. Not bad. I guess Mr. Wright picked the right kids for the job. That saved me a lot of work, thanks. I got the whole noodle stand. What sort of person was the victim anyway? I want to see the noodle stand. Oh, 3D model of a noodle stand. Wow. You mean, what did he do? He was a doctor. A doctor? I'm starting to see a connection here. Who, me? I'm just a supervisor for this crime scene. Detective Sky. I was out of the country for a while, came back to forensic scientist. Ooh, were you studying abroad? Something like that. I was studying in Europe. Forensic sciences, mind you. But when I got back here, they threw me into criminal affairs, just like that. Why didn't you just become a forensics expert in Europe? Well, I suppose that was an option, but I had a lot of favors to replay to people back here. Favors? Wasn't she in high school when she left? What? What's to look for? I was involved in an incident before I left, but Mr. Wright and his people helped me out. I owed them. Really? I had no idea. She's been out of the country for a while. She probably doesn't know about Mr. Wright's current state of affairs. Could you tell us a bit about the defendant? He's the only son of the Kataki family, yeah? Waki Kataki. I don't know if he's the boss's son, but he's certainly throwing his weight around. Violently, in the detention center. I see. Why was he arrested in the first place? You are a defense attorney, aren't you? You're not his by any chance. Actually, yes, I am. Well, we have a witness to the moment of the crime. Eh? Fucking got scared by my dog yawning. The witness called the police. They'll be testifying during the trial tomorrow. What? Could you tell us a bit more about the victim? Well, let's see. Apparently he's the physician at a clinic in the area. Quite well off, too, from the sound of it. The clinic's name is the Maractus Clinic. Maybe that's why the cop car was parked there. What? You've been to the clinic? Yeah, though on a related issue. I told the detective about the case of stolen noodle stand. I see. So that means Dr. Maractus stole the stand and pulled it all the way here? That would seem to be the case. But why? Don't ask me! So, have you met the defendant? No. Visiting hours are almost over at the detention center. You might think about wrapping up here and heading over. Good idea. I don't know what good it will do. We have a witness and a knife with prints. If I mentioned I've got a bad feeling about this. Don't worry, it's like a right tradition. Some traditions I can live without. Why is the knife evidence if he was killed by a gun? That doesn't... It sounds like something that's just going to prolong the trial for no reason. I'm sorry, meeting hours for the day are all done. But we still have 3 minutes! I'll put in your request, but don't expect anything. The father's talking in the private room with him. The father? You mean like a priest? I mean the suspect's father, Mr. Winfred Big Wins Kataki himself. Not someone I could... Die, you! You're the one on your way out, old. Ah, they're here. Whoa, this guy radiates power. Power with a cute apron. You Waki's lawyer? Yes, sir. Well, I'm Big Wins Kataki, fourth head of the Kataki family, capiche? That actually I came to speak to your son, Mr. Justice. Yeah? My son's innocent. He killed no one. If he were found guilty, it wouldn't be good. Capiche? Yeah, I'm all about capiching. Capiche loud and clear. You gotta do more than just understand to make it. You'll learn, though. Even if the lesson comes at the end of your short life. What's the big idea, old man? You can't treat me like a kid no more, not now. You know, I wanted to go to the clink. I like it here. You must be Waki. A G's not a G till he does a hard time, bizoy. You'll see when I get out of here, things will change. Silence. My apologies, Mr. Justice. He's usually such a nice boy. He really looks like... Who played the Godfather? He looks like the Godfather. Forgive me if I have a hard time believing that. Ah, you can't take me under your wing this time, old man. You heard me. I don't need no trial. I did it. I think that's enough today, Mr. Justice. Don't let me down tomorrow. So much for talking to our client. But we made so much progress today. We even found my panties. They had fun at least. Of course, the biggest mystery of all remains. How am I supposed to build a case for the trial? Oh, almost forgot. It's time for my show. Tonight I'm performing at the Wonder Bar. You should come and check it out. To be continued. Sometime. I will try very hard to make this consistent. Only an hour and a half investigation? That's like a world record for a non-first case investigation. Alright. Hopefully I'll be able to do it tomorrow, but you never know how tired you are after work. See you later.